Hi all, this is Omar. I'm the co-founder of EasyPanel, which is an automated flow cytometry panel builder, as well as an inventory management system for antibodies and flow cytometry reagents. This is a short video tutorial about how to use our updated software. So our website is obviously easypanel.ai, and this is how you could access the tool, which would land you on this page. This is just an example page from the University of Pennsylvania, UPenn. You'll see a few different tabs. I'm gonna mostly focus today on EasyPanel, the panel builder, although we do have an inventory management system for antibodies in which you could see the different inventories of the different labs of your institution or company. You won't access them unless they give you access. You can create one or multiple stocks of antibodies and manage them in a way that is much more efficient versus Excel files or any other system that we're aware of. This will be subject of another tutorial. Let me focus right now on the panel builder. So this is the first page. The whole process is reduced to four very simple and straightforward steps that you can see through the top bar here. Let me maybe first specify a cytometer. Obviously, EasyPanel covers spectral, but also conventional cytometers, all types of cytometers. So I chose the BDA5SE as an example. There are two different panel design modes. The first one consists of optimizing based on the full commercial catalog. So EasyPanel is a vendor agnostic tool, meaning that it integrates with the full commercial catalog from BD, BioLegend, Thermo, Miltenyi, Novus, Beckman, Biorads, you name it, pretty much all vendors out there. And, we're talking about millions of products that we update very regularly. And this first mode consists of looking at this database and choosing products from this whole universe of products. The second mode consists of mixing products from your inventory, products from the stock that we've shown here, if you've created or uploaded any stocks of anybody's, with products from the full commercial database. The idea here is that it would prioritize the usage of products you already have in such a way to save you cost and time. Because why go out and purchase new products while you may have some of these in stock? So obviously it would make a mix. If you don't have a product, the tool or the algorithm would suggest products from the commercial catalog. Or if you have products that are not compatible or that don't fulfill the thresholds or the guardrails built in our algorithm to ensure a quality panel being designed, it will choose these products from the commercial catalog. So anyways, let's focus on this first mode. This is obviously your cytometers configuration, and eventually that'd be an image. Moving forward to the second page, this is where you choose the species reactivity and where you specify whether you're fixing or digesting the sample. So specifying the preparation method, such as like what fixative you're using, is important because some antibody clones will be preferred or excluded by our algorithm based again on your sample preparation methods. This is important because, for example, in case you digest using collagenase or digestive enzymes, a specific tissue to get a unicellular suspension, some antigen epitopes or some epitopes being targeted by the antibody used may be destroyed, and therefore the antibody that you may have been using may not work. And so we'd exclude these. We have a large database of which antibody clones work or not in case of these different preparation methods. These data have been shared with us by vendors or have been mined from the literature or different sources. But anyways, this is really important to fill. You may specify the cell population, say CD4 cells, CD8 cells. You may really add multiple populations here. Like I said, EasyPanel is a vendor agnostic website. You could see the list of different vendors. We integrate with pretty much everything on the market, but it's up to you if you want to prefer vendors for whatever reason. Inversely, if you want to exclude one or multiple vendors, you may also exclude fluorochromes that you may not wish to work with. and then eventually exclude channels if, for example, some channels are not working well in your case or in your cytometer, or if you have a lot of autofluorescence in these. You may save these preferences and load them so that you don't have to enter them every single time. Moving forward to the third page, this is where you enter the list of markers or antigens or targets that you're interested in. You may enter them manually as I'm doing here, or you may import them through an Excel file, the template being available here and downloadable to your local computer, listing the antigens or the markers and the fluorochromos, if you know the fluorochromos. By the way, speaking of the fluorochromos, EasyPanel can design panels for you from scratch, meaning that if you don't have any specific fluorochromes matching specific markers, you may leave all the fluorochromes blank, as is the case here. But then it can also be used for people having existing panels, in which case it would judge the theoretical or potential quality of your existing panel and would eventually suggest alternatives or areas of improvement. This is really, really helpful, and the edge that the algorithm has is that it has an updated catalog, a commercial catalog from all the different vendors, and this gets updated again very regularly. And so all the time we see new products and new fluorochromes coming online that would be impossible to keep track of, manually or in any other ways. And so if you have a panel dating from a few weeks back or a few months back or a few years back, it would be very, very useful potentially for you to see how it compares with the best potential panel from today. And so in this case, you may add the fluorochromes and see the quality score that will show in a minute in the fourth page of our panel builder. You may even get a suggestion of markers. So you have all the OMIPs being highly reviewed flow cytometry panels published. And so you could get a suggestion of any here. You may even get some commercial kits for you to load in case you're working with a kit. If you even want to have a suggestion of markers based on your choice of an immune cell population or a mouse cell population, you'll get the list of cell surface markers, secreted cytokines, transcription factors, which you could add or not. And obviously, when you add something, you can always remove some markers, add some markers. It's totally flexible and up to you. As you may have noticed, the expression level is added by default for a number of markers, not all of them. This is based on data mined from the literature and based on your your choices of your cell populations. Now, this is not always correct, obviously, because these things are highly variable and biology is very, very messy. And so in your case, if CD4 is not highly expressed, you could always edit it. Assuring you guys have the flexibility to edit these default inputs is really important for us, but also having these by default makes sense for you to save time whenever you're designing any panel. We spoke about the choice of the fluorochrome. Actually, let's kind of test the tool by screwing up a panel. So, let's put CD4 on APC as an example. APC being a bright fluorochrome matched with a highly expressed marker like CD4 is not ideal. And so I'm doing this on purpose to see how the tool would react to this. Let's put this on per-CP, for example. Per-CP being a dim fluorochrome, matching it with a low expressed marker like CD25 is also not ideal. Let's maybe put this on, I don't know, CD8 on PE, which is also not great. Let's put fluorochromes with high overlap or high similarity, which may not work well together. All right, let's keep it like this and move forward from here. One last thing that I do want to show on this page is if you click Show Advanced Options, you'll see the list of commercially available clones for each and every marker so that you can select one or multiple if you would like, the ones in green being the ones highly published in the literature, specifically in OMIPs, which are the ones we do trust. Inversely, if you had bad experience with a clone or if you know that a clone is not working, you may exclude it. We may have some excluded clones by default, in which case you'd see them in red based on data that has been shared with us by academic partners, or you may input them yourself. You may set up multiple markers on a dump channel. you by toggling this radio button and by specifying all the markers that you wish to add and to match to the same fluorochrome, which you can specify or not. Let me remove this. Last, let me put this again on PE. You know, in the co-expression tab, which is a relatively new feature here, you'll see the different cell populations that we've added in the previous step. Now you may add some additional ones if you would like. You may easily remove ones from the previous page, but this allows you to, you know, put different markers corresponding to the different cell populations as co-expressed here and play around with the system. Now I'm doing things randomly here, but this is just to show you the co-expression matrix. Co-expression is important to guide panel design, as markers that are co-expressed will be matched by our algorithm to fluorochromes that have minimal spectral overlap. All right, let's keep it as is, and let's move forward to the fourth and last page, where we'll get our optimized panel suggestion in under typically 10-15 seconds. So you'll see a table now that is color coded with the different laser colors of our cytometer, the A5SE. You'll see the list of markers here and the corresponding fluorochromes, which either I have added, I as a user have specified because I have an existing panel with these fluorochromes, or the tool may have suggested. In this case, it's a mix, meaning that it's, you know, some fluorochromes are fluorochromes that I've added, that I've fixed, that I've specified, and the others have been optimized by the tool. The good thing is for each, you know, products, you'll see all the commercial product availabilities here. If you click on the three bars, you'll see each and every vendor selling that product with the corresponding catalog number, the different species reactivities against which it reacts, different clones, whether these clones have been published in literatures or in publications, the isotype, the size, and all the corresponding information. And interestingly, the price and the link to the vendor's website in case you want to get some additional information directly from the vendor's website. And this is how you select the product. You see the catalog number was specified here. I'll do the same here. If you want to have an automated selection of all the catalog numbers here by EasyPanel, you may click on this new feature, this flash button, which, as you've seen, specifies all these catalog numbers automatically. The choices are based on, you know, the lowest prices and the products that are the most published in the literature or in OMIPS. These are the two different criteria by which we judge, by which we uprank a specific product from, you know, the commercial database here. All right, so moving down, I spoke a couple minutes ago about the quality score, which is a score from 0 to 10 that is very easy to understand and to follow, even for novices, 10 being the best score, 0 being the worst score. You may read a little bit more about it here. And it's not really a black box. It judges the quality of your panel based on well-established criteria for panel design. If you click details, you'll see these different criteria listed here. For example, whether you have in your panel any markers that are dim, that are matched with dim fluorochromes. Like I said, this is not ideal. And every time you have your score out of the maximum or the best possible score, totaling 10. So in this case, I got a 5.4 out of 10, expectedly because I screwed up my panel. And so you can actually see where the tool pinpoints to the issues. For example, per CP, a dim fluorochrome, you could see its brightness score on a scale from 0 to 5 matched with a marker that is added as dim. And you could see the yellow warning sign here specifying the issue, which explains why we lost some points here. So you can go through the different criteria, including the complexity index. And the cool thing is that EasyPanel doesn't leave you there. Like I said, it would suggest potential areas of improvement. And so it's telling you for a fully computed panel, meaning if EasyPanel were to redesign this from scratch, it would have gotten a much, much better potential panel. And this is how you could view it. You can click view, or you can move between the two panels, your requested panel with your fluorochromes or with some of your fluorochromes, as I've done, versus the best possible panel here. And you'll be able to see the corresponding spectral signatures, the corresponding fluorochromes, the different commercial availabilities for the fully designed panel of EasyPanel, and then compare the two. Last couple of things, for panels for which we see similarities versus a panel that has already been published will show you like copy pasted figures from the literature or from different online databases, as a kind of a nice to have feature, in case you may not have been aware of that paper or of that publication, because after all it's a panel that looks pretty similar to yours. You may export the panel as an Excel using this button to your local computer. There are a lot of saving and sharing functionalities to collaborate. For example, this share button would allow you to create a link, and this link could be integrated in your lab notebook, in your PowerPoint presentation, in your manuscript, or in your publication. And anyone who clicks on that link would be able to access your panel as I'm seeing it here, even if they've never heard of EasyPanel or even if they don't have an account. So it comes in handy to really publish or share, or reference a panel directly from EasyPanel. The last thing is to request a quote. Very, very easy. The tool will source the different products from each vendor and will send the vendors separate emails, each vendor with the corresponding product that has been selected for them to share with you the lead time and the price. You may get access to the similarity matrix of, showing the similarity scores for the pairwise combinations of fluorochromes, from 0 to 1. And the last thing that I'll say is that we always allow for flexibility. So EasyPanel is a very powerful tool. It's been used over the past 4 years, multiple posters, and a lot of research has been done using it, and the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. However, having said that, panel design is very complicated. You should also critically review these panels, and it also depends on criteria beyond panel design itself, such as titrating the antibodies, which is super important, optimizing your instrument, for example, in the case of conventional, optimizing the PMTs, and so on and so forth. But what I did want to say is that we do provide the flexibility to manually edit your panel, customizing it manually by clicking on this button, which will open a new tab to the manual panel builder, letting you change or edit fluorochromes based on your experience. So it will be a table showing you the different fluorochromes that were chosen by EasyPanel for the different markers. And then, like I said, you can switch a few, change a few based on your experience, and always move next to see your new quality score.